What's up? Welcome to H.H.N.D Hip Hop Reviews. It's your boy Taylor, Ben, the No Beard Gap Tooth Bandit. And
got a new job, gotta cut it.
The album we're going to review for the day is Yeezus by Kanye West. Now, when you're talking about Yeezus, like the whole build up to Yeezus kind of, I'm not going to say pissed me off, but it was like, like it was like,
the build up was there
here
was
we go.
no build up.
Yeah, but there was a build up. There was a build up though.
But it was purposely presented as there was going to be no build up.
Yeah.
And actually, this is one of the things I don't have a problem with this album.
Yeah.
Is the build up is actually really intelligent. Kanye got people, including us, to want to hear it so badly because he wouldn't release.
Yeah. A single.
He released parts of songs, or he released like snippets, and it made you want to hear them more.
Yeah.
Now, that didn't end up as great as we thought it would, but the marketing strategy is actually very good. Give them a little and they'll want more.
Yeah.
It's a very good marketing strategy.
Yeah. But like I said, let's go ahead and get into the first impressions, and I want to just hand the baton to Ben because he's about to go off. Basically, he's gonna go hipster Super Saiyan. So go ahead.
Okay. As far as this album goes, right?
Bullshit.
I know I kind of feel what Kanye was trying to go for with the new, more what's the word I'm looking for? New sounding beats. The newer sounds like he got a new drum machine and wanted to play with it.
I don't think it's a newer beat. I think he was trying to be really
experimental.
No, I think he was trying to, like I said, not step outside the box, like be outside the box and then and walk around, like, you know what I mean? Like that's basically what he was trying to do.
Here's the good things I had to say about this album. Okay, lyrically, when you can hear the lyrics, for the most part, they're not that bad. He's still Kanye. He's still spitting. Kanye's not the greatest rapper ever.
See this thumb? Yeah, that's what I think of that statement.
He's not the greatest rapper ever, but he works hard at it, and he's a decent rapper.
Oh, he works hard.
The marketing strategy, I enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
And the overall message of parts of this album, I enjoyed.
See this.
Now it's my negative.
There you go. That's one of my main. The fact that he put a message in on a couple of songs and it wasn't throughout the album.
That's what I just said. Like there was a message, but it wasn't presented.
It got lost
as well as Kanye has done in the past.
It got lost.
My negatives to this is this is the most what's the word I'm looking for? Uncohesive Kanye album I've ever heard.
But here's my thing. He meant for it to be like that, though.
Well, that was a poor decision.
No,
considering what he released before this.
But who makes that decision? Like,
in my opinion.
He said in his own words, he said this album is about not giving a fuck. So I didn't expect cohesiveness.
That was
in a traditional sense.
Poor decision, because I kind of feel like Kanye needs that cohesiveness to make very good albums. For instance, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is a story of decadence, and it's kind of like an over-the-top pornographic film. It's about decadence, sex, drugs, and the simple fact that he is unhappy as shit. And it puts the album in a place that is very good. Now, there's a couple songs on there that are shit, like Made in America. That song's terrible. I don't know why that was included. But for the most part, that is a very cohesive and very well put together album. Same thing with College Dropout, Graduation, Late Registration. Even 808s and Heartbreaks, which is one of the saddest albums I've ever heard. And it also paved the way for guys like Travis Scott, Kid Cudi, all these other dudes.
Aubrey Graham.
Because you wouldn't be all emotional out here if it wasn't for Kanye being emotional first. But it felt like he had a message.
He wouldn't be emotional unless Kanye was emotional first. Go ahead.
Well, it wouldn't be accepted like that. It wouldn't be accepted with Drake being insulted. But
you hate Drake so much. But go ahead.
That's beside the point. It felt like, okay, if this album's not about giving a fuck, there's multiple songs that clearly has a message for. New Slaves, Black Skinhead, they have a message, but he's so like, I can't give a fuck because I said so that I must not do this again.
Well, no,
I'm gonna skip a couple songs.
Just because he's no. He said the album's about not giving a fuck. That doesn't mean that he can't have a message in a couple of songs. It's about not giving a fuck about, the conventional, like he doesn't give a fuck.
Okay, but
which I can appreciate in itself of not giving a fuck, because I am the master of not giving a fuck, so I can appreciate it.
Let's get to the now. I did say a positive, or I will say a positive before I get to the next. Positive. There is nothing that sounds like this on the market. Nothing. If you're looking for a hip hop album, that nothing else will sound exactly like this.
Well, I wouldn't go there. Because on parts of like I said, I don't listen to their music, but I've heard their music. There's some Death Grips in there somewhere. There's some Death Grips influences in there somewhere.
There's a lot of Death Grips influences in this album.
Yeah.
But if you're listening to mainstream hip hop, I'm not talking about that. Like, and there's even an argument that Death Grips isn't really hip hop, but I'm not going to get that. But,
they're a offset of hip hop. I mean, like I said, there's rapping going on in it, so I'm going to call it a hip hop.
Yeah. I guess you can call it rapping. I like Death Grips, but that's beside the point.
That's because you're a hipster, though.
Or
that's
clipping.
Different. It's totally different.
Anyway, there's very few things in mainstream hip hop or in hip hop in general that sound just like this album.
Mm-hmm.
That's a positive, but he did a poor job of making it sound different. And here's why. He overproduced a lot of this album. There were songs that had so much potential that he ruined by adding in things to the beat that made it, one, hard to hear him a lot. Like, that was the weirdest thing to me. Like, did he mix down his voice or something? Like, the beats were over his normally on a hip-hop album, your voice sits on top of the beat. On a lot of songs, it was like the beat was on top of his voice, and you couldn't hear him
because it was more about the sound than it was the actual lyric on the song in question. On the songs in question.
Okay. Then he ruined a couple songs by just doing too much. For instance, New Slaves. Thoroughly enjoyed the first 2 minutes of that.
Yeah.
Then towards the end, he starts playing with the soundboard. And you're like, there was no reason to change this beat. There was none. Now, if you're going to change the beat, keep it in the same parameters. But there was no reason to change the beat.
I didn't really have a problem with the beat changing. At the end. I didn't really have no problem
Black Skinheads, I do enjoy that. I do enjoy Black Skinheads. I Am a God was just loud. Like, that sounded like a Death Grip song. Like, it was just loud.
Kanye West was screaming over a beat saying, I am a God. That's what that song is.
Yeah, it was just loud.
I am a God. I am a God.
There was no cohesiveness to that song. It was just really loud.
Again, you have to stop using that word because there's nothing to, like, he said this is not give a fuck. So stop judging it by the box. Quit judging it by that.
Well, I'm judging it by the damn box. In comparison to every other album he's released. Okay. Now, I will say I thoroughly enjoyed Blood on the Leaves for a couple reasons. The Nina Simone sample was great.
Mm-hmm.
The beat didn't overtake the lyrics. The last verse where he was really rapping was dope. And it bumps in the whip. Like, that song thumps. Blood on the Leaves, like, that song is just knocks. But to be perfectly honest, like, this is like I said, the weakest Kanye album I've heard. Now, that might be saying a lot considering that he released some arguable classics.
Mm-hmm.
But he could have done so much better with this album. Like, I was expecting so much more.
At the end of the day, you have to judge the album in a vacuum on his own merits. You know what I mean? You can't. You have to leave the rest of that stuff away and judge it on his own merits. And what they say and what he said he was trying to do with it, and judge it from there. Like I said, it's all opinions. Because, like I said, your opinion, somebody else could think this is the greatest thing he's doing. He's pushing his arm, which, I mean, like I said, I give him credit.
By the way, I've seen a lot of that from people that are real music critics. That confuses the shit out of me. Now, and then I'll let you go.
Go ahead.
The music critics seem to be complete at odds with the people who listen to music for more enjoyment.
Yeah.
The people that listen to music for more enjoyment A lot of them don't like the sound. But you'll see a bunch of music critics giving this a perfect score. And that disconnect is weird as hell because I don't understand how that's that huge of a disconnect.
Because,
that's just me.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because I've read a couple of reviews and whatnot. Like a lot of people who just reviewed this album, like they're giving him a lot more credit. Cause like the one thing I keep hearing is like, he's doing this. He's a genius. He's giving us so many different sounds to play with, and that's fine. But it doesn't mean the sounds always equal to, extreme enjoyment. I
said this on Twitter right after this album release. Yeah. Just because something is creative and different doesn't mean it's necessarily good.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like the actual music critics heard creativity and different. Yeah. They were like, this must be good. Yeah. He is taking these chances. This must be good.
Exactly.
When in fact, he fails at making a good album, to me.
Like,
he succeeds at creativity, but fails at album.
But okay, I heard this phrase is like, like he'll have on a song and then like I said, he'll throw a curveball into a song. He'll throw some random breaks into a song. Which I said could be creative or whatnot, but just because you can do it doesn't make it the end result good in people's ears. Like I say, it could be good to somebody else, it could be trash to somebody else. That's its opinion. But I'm just saying in general, like it doesn't mean that.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, like you can't.
What is your opinion on that?
You can't speak in these things in absolutes. You can only speak on, in my opinion. Anybody who speaks on anything absolute is an idiot.
True. So what is your opinion?
But my opinion of the total album?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna frame it like this. If somebody said rate your enjoyment factor of Yeezus out of 10, and giving Kanye the benefit of the doubt, I have to go with a 5 out of 10 with my enjoyment factor.
I'm right around there.
Because, like I said,
one song I enjoy.
I can name. See, now you being whack now, because I enjoy about, like I said, I enjoy half of the album. Like I said, I like New Slaves. I like New Slaves. I don't see how you can not like Bound 2. You're a hater if you don't like Bound 2, sir. You're a hater.
I don't enjoy the song. Well, no, I'll say this. Bound 2 is okay. Bound 2 is okay. It's listenable. I can't.
Listen, I like New Slaves. I like Bound 2. What's the other one I like? I like
I know you like Blood on the Leaves.
Yeah, I'm not in love with Blood on My Leaves. I like it. Not my favorite song on the album. And I like, you know what? I like I'm In It. I do like I'm In It. I can't even front. I like I'm In It. That song's grown on me. But everything else I trash bin. Like this, I could have set the song with Chief Keef on fire. I could have like, if it was physical form.
That is not, I have actually not listened to that song. I refuse to listen to that song.
Listen,
there's a remix with Mano.
I want you
if you want to hear that.
Imagine this. You never heard the song, right? Imagine this. Imagine hearing Chief Keef sing the hook to a song, like through a vocal recorder that sounds like Future gargling. That's what we're talking about. Exactly.
We'll never listen to that song. But I won't say that this is a absolutely
I will say King Louis' verse on that Send song isn't that bad.
I won't say this is an actually horror CD, because to me, a horror CD would be like I Am Not a Human Being too. Yeah. A horror CD is like Chief Keef's CD. I forgot what the fuck that was called. Those are terrible CDs. This one has artistic merit. I just don't enjoy it. I know that it's artistic. I know that he's trying to do something different, and I know he's being creative. Personally, I don't enjoy it.
Okay.
Not appealing to my ear. So that's my huge issue with it. As a Kanye fan, I hope that he not necessarily goes back to what he was doing, like,
but again, I like it,
but kind of stays on the path where he was a Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
With you saying what you just said, like I said, saying what nobody should have a problem with what you just said. In your opinion, you just didn't find it, enjoyable enough for you. Now, people are gonna hear it. You know how we are in this generation, this petty generation. What you mean you didn't like it? You didn't like Yeezus? Like, why does it have to be like that?
I've already experienced that.
Why does it have to be like
and my response to them is simple. It's an opinion. You don't like a lot of things I like.
Like, how can you not like Yeezus? Like, he's a genius, so how can you not like Yeezus? Doesn't make any sense.
Apparently, really, really easily. Like, really, really easily. Like, it's not a struggle. It's not difficult.
And listen, this is no shade to Kanye West. He's a great artist. He's not my favorite rapper, but he's a fantastic artist. He's one of the best artists in the industry. I can't take it away from him.
Yes, he is.
Just this album, only half of it I enjoyed. The rest of it, like I said, I give him the merit for trying different things. Doesn't mean it worked for me.
Exactly. But that's neither here nor there. Let's get some scores out in this piece. For me, I bet y'all think I'm going to give it like a 1, right?
10 out of 10, baby.
For me, no. For me, I would probably give this a 6.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to go any lower than a 6. And there's a couple reasons why. Because I see the vision. Mm-hmm. It just doesn't hit me.
Gotcha.
So I give it a 6. It's listenable for most people. I didn't really enjoy it, which is weird to me because I like shit like the death grips and getting yelled at.
See, here's my thing. I think your problem, like I said, to get the death grip, I think your problem is that him doing it didn't seem like it was original. It seemed like he was trying to do that.
It didn't seem natural.
Okay.
It didn't seem natural. When you listen to the death grips, and I know most of you will never listen to the death grips because you'll hear one song and be like, I don't want to hear this shit.
Exactly.
Understandable.
Why does it sound like construction in the background while he's yelling? Yeah. That.
Like I've just said before, death grips is very similar to listen to someone scream rap lyrics in your ear while getting punched upside the head. It's abrasive and it's an acquired taste. Mm-hmm. Understandable. I don't be trying to force them on people. If you like them, you like them. If you don't, I understand. But it sounds natural. This is what they do. This is all they do. Yeah. It's natural. With Kanye, it felt like he was forcing himself into this lane, and it's just not his lane. But, like I said, I give it a solid 6. I see the vision in it, but it doesn't hit me.
Is that you see the vision, but you just don't enjoy it the way other people seem to enjoy it?
Exactly. So what do you give?
For me, like I said, I'm in the 5 to 6 range. I'm in anywhere from 5 to 6. I can't go anything lower or higher than that. Cause like I said, I kept 4. Hold up, 1. I kept 4 or 5 songs, so that's half the album. You know what I mean? So half the album comes out to what, an average grade? 5 or 6. So. That's what I give.
I probably give it a higher grade than everybody thought it was. But that would be the double H.N.D. Double H.N.D. Hip Hop review of Yeezus. Follow us on Twitter at Blackout89, spelled with a Q, or the King of Chill, that way. The King of Chill. And we're out. We'll be hitting y'all with another review probably really soon.
Yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Our next review is going to be the new mixtape by Northwest. Yeah, just straight out the womb. Straight out the womb.
All right. You was about to get a straight stone face on that because I knew what you were talking about. I was like, this is not funny at all.
Straight out the womb.
It's so corny.
Whatever, man.
Anyway, that's a dumbass name. But anyway, that's a dumb name. Oh God, that's a terrible name. But beside the point, this has been the Got to Bandit. That's Tay, and this is the WHD Hip Hop Reviews. Peace.
We out.